Hey girl, welcome back to another episode of the Her Best Self podcast. Today you are going to love this one. I'm talking about the Day Dare method and how you can create momentum in your recovery by building on blocks of dares that you create that are daily challenges for you. I can't wait to share this concept with you, girl. I think you're going to love it. Let's jump in. I double dog dare ya. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nickel, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in a destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it so you can start living your best life as your best self. Hey girl, I cannot wait to share with you today the Day Dare method and how you can build on your recovery through these daily challenges and small wins that are going to create momentum in your journey and are going to help provide consistency if you feel like you've just been struggling with getting the thing done in action and doing it again and again. You want so badly in your soul to find freedom from this, to never have to think about thoughts around food again and never have to feel like you're controlling your food again and your exercise, yet you find yourself here. Part of unraveling these beliefs that society has programmed on you, but also that you have learned over time, is unlearning some things, unlearning these false truths, redefining your truth, and double dog daring yourself. Okay, I'm going to get to the fun part, I promise. So I want to talk about the Day Dare, and I want to talk about the double dog dare, or in the Christmas story, the triple dog dare, where the little boy Flick, I believe, got triple dog dared to stick his tongue to a flagpole. That did not turn out well. But I love these famous Christmas movies this time of year. My kiddos are watching some of them now. And I would love to know your favorite holiday movie. I cannot even believe we are approaching the holidays. However, I digress. When I think about truth or dare as a kid, I think about being at a fun birthday party or an event where this game came up regularly in my childhood, where it was truth or dare. We would sit around in a circle, and if it was your turn, you could answer a truth question about yourself. Like somebody had the opportunity to ask you something and you could say something true about yourself, or you could give it a response like, when was the first time you kissed a boy, or whatever it was. Or you could fulfill your turn of the game by completing a dare. When I think about this game, it applies so well with a tangible way that you can actually get yourself acting in recovery, because nobody wants to miss a double dog dare. A double dog dare and a triple dog dare are intensified dares. And when we think about a dare, I want you to think about a challenge that someone is asking you to do, a challenge that you're asking yourself to do on the daily. And so thinking about this game, this concept of the dare, we think about sitting in your own truth, right? So asking yourself a truth, but also asking yourself a dare on the daily. Dare in the dictionary actually means to have courage to do something. I will never forget being in my early childhood and being dared to do something. Like, if you were going to pick a dare, you better do the dare that somebody asked you to do. Because if not, it was like a cop-out, right? When I think about this game, I think about being double dog dared to sit next to my crush in class, or to do my sassiest runway walk, or to eat a tablespoon of hot sauce, or to pour a cold cup of water on the top of my head. I think about when people would ask people to double dog dare them to eat a bug, like all these ridiculous dares, okay? But the concept still stands. It's the courage to take on a challenge and to prove that you're okay, even if you're frightened in the challenge, and to do it anyways. And so what I love about this is it helps you set intentional daily wins if you struggle in this area. Like you're not even sure where to start in your recovery. You want help, but maybe right now those thoughts are all consuming. And so maybe your dare for the day is to get out all those thoughts and to replace the thought with a new thought that you want to think and constantly repeat that to yourself tomorrow. Maybe your dare for the day is to eat breakfast an hour earlier. And I'm going to talk about some examples of how you can dare yourself every single day, but breaking this concept down, it really allows you to have progressive and targeted action and to gain momentum where you are right now. And this is going to create, girl, some confidence in yourself. And that is going to then build and provide consistency for lasting change in your life. Because seriously, nobody wants to miss a dare. Like you don't want to miss it. I don't know. I just think about that as a kid. And it was like, if somebody was going to dare me to do something, you bet your bottom dollar Lindsay was going to do it. Obviously, when we think about these dares or these day dares, I want you to do something that is positively going to impact your recovery. So let's frame up the episode with that, okay? But if you're wondering how you conduct a day dare, there are a couple things that are going to help you to set you up for a successful day dare, okay? So I want you to choose to plan your dare in advance. That can be the night before. That can be first thing in the morning during your morning routine. That can be a week in advance if you schedule out your week. And I also want you to think about having a backup dare or a backup plan on the rough days, on the days you're not feeling it and you're like, I need a dare today. What is my day dare? What am I challenging myself to do that's going to take me one step further in my recovery? I want you to think about what could my backup plan be for that day in case plan A doesn't go down like I want it. Because not every single day are we going to be on top of the mountain crushing these small goals, okay? But the important part is that you create momentum. How do you create momentum? You do start small. And so it's important to plan ahead and to set that tone, to set that intention, and to make sure you have a backup plan for the days where you're just not feeling it. And so I want you to also create a way that you're going to monitor this or track this. So instead of counting calories, instead of letting your brain go on repeat counting steps all day long, wondering where you are here and there, I want you to track your day dares. Like track your progression in a positive way. Nobody's saying that you can't be a high performer. Nobody's saying that you can't monitor results. We all like that. Hello, I'm over here raising my hand. But if you create a tracking system, whether that is a journal that you write in, whether that is a calendar that you reflect on at the end of the week, I want you to think about your day dare. Did I crush it? Did I almost get it? Do I need to reevaluate it? I want you to honor yourself and allow yourself to follow through. And so we have to make sure that we're tracking whether or not we've completed it. And so that's important. I want you to decide when you're going to plan your day dare, what's it going to be, how you're going to track it, and then decide on how you're going to hold yourself accountable. Because again, these things are things that aren't always the fun things. These things aren't the things that we go to first. Like maybe it's trying a new fear food or sharing a meal with somebody that you love, going out to eat with your husband on a date and not looking at the menu ahead of time. Like, what is the dare for you and how will you know if you complete it? And I want you to decide on your accountability method. So is that talking to a spouse? Is that talking to a friend or a colleague? Is that having a coach? This is where a recovery coach is so worth the investment because you can have an accountability partner with that person. I'm doing this right now with ladies that are in my circle. And I would love to do this with you too. You can go out to herbestself.co and you can find out my services there and how we can partner together and fill out a client application if you're super interested. But where I think about this concept is really having somebody to hold you accountable to you. Because there's days where you are not going to jive. There's days where you were like, I told myself tomorrow I was going to try a full fat salad dressing. And then you don't. But if you tell that to your accountability partner or you monitor your ability to follow through with yourself, this is a promise. This is a non-negotiable action. I want you to plan to succeed, and also plan, if you don't, to adjust. It's so important to plan ahead of time for the rough days. And so I want you to decide on who is going to help provide that level of accountability for you. And then have a reward, a mini celebration, or maybe a non-food incentive at the end of your week. If you have crushed it, like if you've got 5 days where you literally clobbered your day dare, incentivize yourself. We all love a good reward. It's the childlike in us that's still there. I want you to make sure, friend, that you are setting realistic dares and expectations that are at first small and manageable, yet really specific, that are going to align with your recovery goals for yourself. Because when you are honoring you, and you are nourishing you, and you are building these positive patterns, guess what happens? There's no more room for the negative ones. Those thoughts, they start going away. Those behaviors, they stop happening day after day again, because we're focused. Our mind, your brain is focused on this dare and this positive pattern and truth forward. So here are some examples. Maybe it is you eat breakfast at all, or you eat breakfast an hour earlier. Have an unplanned snack. Try a day date with yourself. Take yourself out to a restaurant. I talk about this all the time in my recovery journey. I would go to different places and I would sit there by myself and be super intentional with my time, being mindful, putting my phone away, and allowing myself permission to be there, because healing is important. And if you're on the journey to freedom, no matter how hard it is, no matter if you want to crawl out of your skin, no matter if you were scared to death to gain the weight, honoring your commitment to your recovery and sitting there by yourself is something that is unlike no other. When you can accomplish something like that and you build on that momentum, of course, I think that is semi-advanced. So when you're first starting out, I don't want you to go sit in a restaurant by yourself and order a fear food, for an example, but that would be an insane dare to just put on your future to-do list. Or maybe you're there right now. Maybe it is looking in the mirror and saying 3 things about yourself that you love, or skipping that body check. Maybe it's avoiding the scale, or writing for 5 minutes in your journal and reflecting on who your best future self is so that you can start showing up as her. Maybe it's talking about recovery with somebody that you love, or talking about where you are in the struggle, sharing your story. Maybe it's adding olive oil or extra almonds in your oatmeal, or maybe it's even having oatmeal. Maybe it's ending your cardio session or your exercise routine 10 minutes earlier to honor you, or crossing out some of those food rules that you have in your mind that you've been carrying for years. I want you to build on your day dares over time. And maybe for this week, it's focusing on just consistency and showing up. 1 day dare every single day that's the exact same dare. And then after you get that momentum going, you're going to continue to build on it. So then next week, you can gradually increase this challenge. You can stack related challenges. Okay, so now that we're eating breakfast, let's try adding a carb to our breakfast. That's just an example of something that you could consider. And then as you continue to build upon this and expand the momentum, you can take it really up top notch into the next level. Mindfully pushing yourself and choosing an action that is going to get you out of your comfort zone. What is the scariest thing? And then going and doing that thing. I have seen so much personal growth in doing my own day dares, and I've also seen growth in clients who are practicing this into their own life. If a day dare feels too big for you, I want you to reassess it. It's okay for you to feel nervous or to be scared, because you are being courageous, sis. And that's what I want you to take away from today's episode. You're doing a brand new thing. You are stepping out. You are honoring where you are right now in this place. You are tired of doing the same thing, expecting different results. You are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that is why you're listening to this podcast. And you don't grow when things are easy. You just don't, sis. You grow when you face a double dog dare. And so that is my challenge for you. I want you to triple dog dare yourself. I want you to double dog dare yourself. I want you to dare yourself. And I want you to show up as the best version of yourself in the process. And you're only going to do that if you challenge yourself to act. I cannot wait to hear how this episode really impacts your life. I would love for you to come over to our private Facebook community. You can find us at herbestselfsociety.com. I need to hear all the day dares. So let's start a thread over there and share them with us. And on another note, I have got some insane things happening. Her Best Self Co. is putting together a masterclass, which I'm going to be presenting personally November the 13th. I'm inviting you to come to the free masterclass. You can register for the masterclass to get all of the goodies and the details at herbestself.co/masterclass. You'll want to go out and register to make sure we have you there on the list. So friend, I cannot wait to meet you right there and to talk about some of those big objections that maybe you need to overcome as you navigate recovery from your eating disorder. And some of those things are going to be like the misconception about recovery and what keeps you stuck, and what to do instead of some of the traditional approaches of recovery that you've heard about over the years. How to silence that inner critic inside of you and cultivate more self-compassion, and really the surprising truth about weight gain in recovery, because it's not what you think. I promise that if you're struggling with your eating disorder and you fear recovery and you've tried to recover so many times before, but you feel like your identity and this is just who you are is tied to this disorder, then you're going to want to join this masterclass. So I encourage you today to go on out and register. Again, that's herbestself.co/masterclass. I cannot wait to meet you there and to love on you. And friend, thank you so much for choosing to listen to this show. I am so blessed to have you as a listener. I'll talk to you real soon, girl. Bye for now. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show. And I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.